Okay, good evening everybody and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host JJ48 and tonight we are going to be continuing, hopefully, with Knights of the Old Republic. We've had some stability issues the past few times we've tried this, and I will be very surprised if we make it through the entire stream without it crashing at all, but I have made some tweaks to it that will hopefully keep it stable enough for us to make some progress before we have to shut down for the night. So you might recall last time we made it to the Undercity of Terrace because we were looking for Mission, who is going to help us get into the Black Volcar base, and she said that she couldn't help us at that moment because she was looking for Zaalbar, who had been kidnapped, or rather, I guess, trapped in. I forget exactly how they trapped him, but I think they just put some bait out and he wandered into it because he's always thinking with his stomach. But as we can see, we rescued Zaalbar, and he's going to be taking Karth's place because Karth wants a little bit of time alone, I guess. And we're going to see if we can make it through the sewers a bit more. So I did have to replay a little bit of the game because
That hurt, I bet.
when the game crashed last time, I lost a little bit of save progress. So forget exactly where we were, but I got close to the same point, and I think I got people leveled up more or less the same. So no significant changes. That's right. We did come here last time because I remember seeing Zaalbar's bowcaster and a couple Pazak cards. I'm gonna
No problem.
hope the save screen isn't too irritating because I'm hopefully going to be saving a bit more often. And no, I don't want to collect. No, I don't want the mine. I want to target the rat ghouls first. Then we. Nope. Guess we're disabling the mine. It's a little bit irritating. The mine being in front of all the rat ghouls. The game didn't want to let me click on them. Rather, it wanted me to click on the mine instead. Or rather, its hitbox just kept on getting in the way. Let's see. I want to see. There was something. There's also something we were looking for down here. Okay, so Rancor. Mission told us that there's a Rancor guarding the entrance to the Volcar base. Okay, it's good to know. We'll deal with it when we get there. That's right. Rookhill had told us the refugees in the Undercity. Some of them have this belief that there's a promised land, a kind of a paradise, self-sustaining paradise that they can find and live in and not have to worry about, just living off the scraps of the Overcity. So he's asking us to find some journals from, let's see, of his father and grandfather, along with the apprentice's journal, which we already found. Rat Ghoul Serum we collected. We need to take that back. I think that... Okay, I think the Promised Land information is the main thing that we're looking for right now, because other stuff like the Dual Ring and the bounties, that's Overcity stuff. Okay, this is a dead end. I think we saw this, this haywire door near where Zaalbar was being kept in prison, so... Interesting that part of the sewers were filled with Gamorreans, kind of piggish looking guards you might recognize from Jabba's palace. Uh, and the rest are filled with rat ghouls. You would think either the rat ghouls would be enough that it would keep creatures like the Gamorreans out, because they'd be afraid of, catching the rat ghoul disease unless they're immune to it or something. Or else they would do a better job patrolling and keep the rat ghouls out. Although, I guess if they can keep the rat ghouls contained to a specific area, then they might be useful for, might be useful for keeping people from coming through those areas. Just throw a grenade at a bunch of them there before we start taking. Mission. See, I kind of have to be in front because I'm the one that's opening doors and things. Why on earth did you charge in front of everybody? I'm pretty sure you have less armor and defense than I do. Okay. Well, since we're relatively safe, let's return to our hideout, because that'll heal us up. Oh, and Zaalbar, this is your first time here, so yeah, this is our apartment that we use as a hideout when we're not being incredibly visible fighting people on the rest of Taurus. So don't get too comfortable though, because we generally just come here to heal up and then go back. Although speaking of which, since Zaalbar's, he's got melee weapons and he's a bit more of a tanky type character, might as well have him be the leader opening the doors so that maybe all the enemies will attack him instead. And Mission and I can just hang back and provide fire support. Okay, this loops around. Gamorrean patrol at the end of here. I believe the way it works is, if we're, regardless of which character we're controlling, the inventory is pretty much shared other than, yeah, like I can see all the stuff that we've picked up. Inventory is shared except for the things that are specifically equipped to a character. And because of that, since things like grenades are just in our inventory, any character can throw a grenade. Okay, so let's see, this way. That way's the way to the Volcar base, but I want to make sure that we haven't left anything first. Here's a side door that we haven't explored. Okay, that was where we came in. And we didn't... Okay. I want to keep an eye on Zaalbar's health because... Let's see if I look... He has 80 health, which is pretty good, compared to, it's more than Mission and I put together, but both of us have decently high, I've got 26 defense, Mission has 17 defense, Zaalbar has 11, so, and he can't wear armor, because I guess that makes sense. Most armor made for humans would not fit a Wookiee, and I don't I don't know if Wookiees have any sort of custom or beliefs against wearing full armor. We never really seem to see fully armored Wookiees or anything. At least I haven't really seen any that I can recall. Of course, Chewbacca only has his bandolier. Zaalbar has these kind of suspender-looking things, although I'm not really sure what their purpose is, because they're just kind of holding a belt that doesn't seem to do. I guess that must be like a belt that he can clip things on. If he had his bowcaster, he'd have some place that he could hang it or clip it. Oh, Promised Land Journal. Okay, this is either the father or the grandfather. We'll take a look at that. Okay, we found a journal detailing the search for the Promised Land. Alone it isn't worth much, but with the journal of Rookill's apprentice and one more journal, it might reveal the true location of the Promised Land. Can I look at it? Okay. This was the apprentice journal. We don't need that. This we'll want. Promised Land Journal. This journal is a record of the long and difficult search to find the Promised Land. It contains many half-completed maps and cryptic notes, all attempting to decipher whether the legend is true or simply a child's fable. By itself, this journal does not contain enough information to solve the mystery. However, it could be a valuable piece of the puzzle. Okay. Mission, can you move out of the way, please? Thank you. I'll just go around. Okay, that way we went and... or that's where we came from initially. Maybe if I take a better look at the map, I can see if there's any places that we're missing. Okay, force field, so that's the way off to, that's the way to the Volcar base. That was a ladder to the Undercity. Okay, so I think if we go this way, I think there might be a door over here that went to the Gamorrean compound. Looks like there's a room up here. And then I don't know if there's... It's odd that over here there's, it's blurry, but I thought these were halls. I don't know that there's anything over there, but we'll check there. So we'll take a left, come through, visit that room, see if there's anything down here, and then we'll probably be ready to go visit the force field and actually storm the Volcar base once we figure out how to get past the Rancor.
Hey, Big Z, we gotta do something about your breath. I didn't want to say anything, but it's bad. Worse than usual, which is hard to believe. In fact, now that I think about it, your breath has been pretty rancid ever since we rescued you from those Gamorrean slavers. What'd they feed you, buddy?
They didn't. I wasn't their guest. Mission, I was a prisoner. I don't think they cared much what happened to me. I think we heard this conversation last time.
Oh, Zaalbar, that's terrible. I know how grouchy you get if you don't get your 8 square meals a day. I'm amazed you didn't pass out from hunger.
I did manage to take a chunk out of the arm of guards that wandered too close to my cage, but it tasted awful, so I spit it out.
Ew! No wonder your breath is so bad, Big Z. Gamorreans smell like bantha poodoo. We'll have to pick you up a toothbrush to clean that stench out of your choppers.
Wookiees do not brush their teeth, Mission. It just isn't done. What humiliation will you use on me next? A comb? I still would think that Wookiees would use combs, actually.
Okay, relax. No toothbrush. Sheesh. Just try and eat something else to cover up that smell, okay? Stay away from anything that's smart enough to lock you in a cage this time.
I'll take care of it as soon as I can, Mission. For now, let's stay focused on the task at hand. Maybe we need to get him some of those doggy biscuits that are supposed to help clean a dog's teeth and freshen their breath a little bit. Considering how many Wookiees end up in life debts to people, you'd think there'd be a good market for having like Wookiee biscuits or something. Okay, so let's see, is there anything this way? No. Okay, a mine. I don't know that Zaalbar is going to be able to disable the mine, so I might have to switch back. Yep, skill too low, so...
Sure.
Here, Zaalbar, let me handle that. Or I'll just walk into it like an idiot. I guess that works too. Oh, another Promised Land journal. Okay. The droid is damaged and inactive. We could reactivate the droid, or leave it alone. Well, I have lots of repair parts. I don't... This actually would have been better if I'd found it before we cleared out the caves, because I think what this will do is we can reactivate the droid and it'll wander around and fight enemies for us, which would have been helpful if we'd found it before we cleared everything out. But I'm still going to reactivate it because I think we'll get some experience for doing so. Okay, optimize the droid's weaponry, optimize droid's targeting systems, activate droid shields, engage droid in patrol mode. Wow, we don't even have enough parts to do everything. I'm going to turn the droid on and we'll put it in patrol mode just so it's not stuck here being bored, but I don't think it really needs much of anything else at the moment. Patrol mode engaged. Once you end this session, the droid will begin patrol and destroy any enemies it encounters. The droid engages its patrol mode and moves off to carry out your programmed instructions. So there we go. Got a little bit of experience. Use some repair parts. And up. That's right. We're gonna have Big Z take point.
You won't be able to get that computer to lower the energy fields unless you know the proper codes. Lucky for you, I've got them. I picked them off the pocket of a black Vulgar who had a little too much to drink in the cantina one night. Here, let me get that energy field down for you.
Okay. Well, thank you, mission. Now we can finally head to the upper sewers and towards the Black Vulcar base. Wait, Ratghouls and Gamorreans in the same room? Are they fighting each other, or have the Gamorreans managed to tame some Ratghouls? Nope, they're fighting each other. Okay, well, let's let them duke it out a little bit. Oh. Okay. 2 Ratghouls, more than a match for Gamorrean. Okay. Relatively easy when done that way. Oh yeah, let's see if the Promised Land Journal gave us any more information. With the Journal of Rukil's Apprentice and the other journal you have, it looks like you have all the clues to reveal the true location of the Promised Land. And nope, they're just 2 Promised Land journals, which I guess makes sense because these entries, it didn't actually tell us what was in the, like it didn't give us journal entries, it just told us, hey, there's a bunch of notes and stuff in the journal. And if they're going that vague, then both of them are going to have pretty much the same description. Okay. Guess I can handle this. Let me head in first so that I don't end up trying to walk around Zaalbar and into the mine again. that's how you handle a mine semi-competently. Okay, interesting. The Sith soldier got down here somehow. And wait a second. I can't really tell if like some of these areas are, if we're seeing like flesh past the armor, or if that's just a weird reflection on the armor. Because that almost looks like teeth in the lower part of a face. If so, since the Sith generally have like full face helmets, it seems something really tore up this guy bad. That bodes ill. I guess a Gamorrean axe could probably do it, but oh, that's right. Fighting Zaalbar, you take point. This is actually working pretty well with the Zaalbar taking the lead. I just hope we can find something to give him some more armor before too long. Okay, malfunctioning droid, and there's mines over here, so we want to go this way. This is an odd-looking droid. It's hovering, has lasers at the bottom, and then 3 arms coming out the top.
Yes?
Very strange manner. Okay, let's get Zaalbar healed up at the hideout. Okay, let me handle this.
Yes?
Okay, mine handled, I guess. I'm not sure. The one time I know my guy was trying to walk around Zaalbar and ended up entering the mines. It's Pac-Man. Entering the mines blast radius, or trip radius, I guess. That I'm not even sure what happened. I would think I was just walking up to it, and I would have. Mission again. You're not a melee character. What are you doing, just charging in the middle of everybody? Yeah, I know you're injured because you just ran ahead. Zaalbar's the tank. Let him be in front, and just provide fire support. But yeah, so I'm not really sure what's going on with these
Hey,
mines
Big Z,
sometime.
don't take this the wrong way, but lately I've noticed you're starting to look a little bit scruffy.
Scruffy, what are you talking about? Hope you aren't suggesting I take a bath. Learning a lot about Wookiee grooming habits.
No, I'm not suggesting a bath. I know how well that went over last time. But your hair's getting all tangled. And if you look close, you can see a few gray strands starting to poke through.
You're making this up. I groom every day. My hair is not tangled, and it's not going gray.
Oh, I get to weigh in on this. Okay, let's see. She's got a point, Zaalbar. You could use a good makeover, or Zaalbar looks fine to me. Yeah, I mean, he's been running around a bit, but it doesn't look like he's just completely scruffy stray or anything. So yeah, it looks fine.
Don't worry, Big Z. It's nothing I can't fix. A little trim, a splash of coloring, and you'll be as good as new. Best looking Wookiee on the planet. Maybe a nice suit.
You don't trim a Wookiee. You don't color a Wookiee. And you certainly don't dress a Wookiee.
I know Wookiees aren't into the whole clothing thing, but you could start a whole new trend. You'd be on the cutting edge.
Leave me alone.
Okay, sheesh. Try to offer some constructive criticism, and this is the thanks I get? Let's move on. You can just stay naked and scruffy for all I care.
It's that kind of banter that tells you they're either best friends or worst enemies. So, okay, so there's just a severed arm here on the floor, holding a Beck datapad and some synthesized odor. Okay. Can we see the Beck datapad? This datapad seems to detail plans the hidden Beck had to get into the Black Volcar base. Of note is the following. We have synthesized a substance with an odor that resembles a favorite prey of Rancors. If we place the bait properly, we can lure the Rancor into eating something lethal enough to kill it. Okay, so the synthesized odor is going to be something that smells absolutely delicious to the Rancor. And we might be able to use it to lure the Rancor into eating something that disagrees with it. Okay, there's the Rancor. Maybe we have mission. Okay, let's start by returning to the hideout, healing up. Then I think we're gonna have mission try to sneak in first, because I think she's the stealthiest. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference, because I think the rest of us are still gonna follow her. And here we go. Is this stealth mode? Oh, solo mode. That might be useful if we need. Because I think solo mode means we'll stay here, maybe. To use stealth, you must turn solo mode on. Do you wish to turn solo mode on? Okay.
No one's gonna see this mission.
Okay, so we move slower, but she's stealthy. So let's see what we can do to this corpse pile. Maybe there's a way we can like booby trap it and then put the scent on it and get mission out of it. Okay. Now, so Rancor, we don't want to get in combat with the Rancor if we can help it. Okay, bunch of corpse, including there's another couple Sith soldiers, so okay, frag grenades. Okay. I wonder if I can like give some items. Can I put in a bunch of grenades? Okay, let's try putting in. I have no idea how many it'll take, but let's do that. Maybe we'll put some mines down here.
Someone's gonna get hurt. Someone's gonna get hurt.
Yep.
Someone's gonna get hurt. Someone's gonna get hurt.
Yep, heard you the first dozen times, mission. Okay. And then I guess maybe we put in a synthesized odor. Oh, okay. Okay. And that's how you deal with a Rancor. I don't see what the big fuss was with Luke, so
Sure.
all he needed was a bunch of grenades and some synthesized Rancor prey odor. Okay. Didn't even need these mines, so we'll recover those. I think it's easier to recover mines that we've set ourselves, but I don't know. So I'm still gonna have. I'm gonna do it myself. Are we still in solo mode? We are still in solo mode. Okay, let's turn solo mode off so that we can. Yep. And are there any grenades left, or did the Rancor eat them all? The Rancor ate all of them. Look, we're attacking the remains? Oh, I don't have an option to, like, just check the remains. I only have an option to, I guess, try to bust open the remains and see if it swallowed anything useful. Oh, or just get rid of the body entirely. And okay. So I was thinking maybe we'd open up the Rancor and it would have like swallowed. Maybe when it was eating Sith, it would have swallowed one of their blasters and it would have been a good blaster or something. But we'll I guess no such luck. Okay. I'm going to try targeting these guys. These are Volcar guards, so looks like we're getting really close to the Volcar base. Guess I can have mission. If mission also does a ranged attack, maybe she won't just charge in at them. Having a ranged or a melee character is pretty good for things like this, because you can kind of see the blue glow on these guys indicating that they have some kind of shielding or something on them, which we can use ion blasters against them, but those do less damage overall. So having a melee character who can just kind of ignore the shielding because he's not using an energy weapon, it's kind of nice. Okay, so we're heading up to the Black Volcar base. Okay. Inside the Volcar base. You're inside the Volcar base, but you still have to locate the prototype accelerator. It's probably stored somewhere off the main level under heavy guard. Okay, that's right. So the reason we're here is we're trying to find the prototype swoop accelerator so that we can win the swoop race, which is what we need to do to recover Bastila. Okay, okay, there's somebody down there. Don't know how stealthy we can be, or if we're gonna end up just fighting our way through wave after wave of Volcars. Yeah, don't mind us. Okay, nope, you're minding us. Okay, Not sure why you would have droids patrolling a base and not put in like a basic radio signal or something to just have them say like, hey, if you see something, I mean, you're a droid. While you're engaging, you can be sending a signal out to the main computer. So I'm trying to warn everybody in the base that, hey, there's intruders. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad they didn't do that, and that we don't have to fight the entire base at once. I just find it a little odd that they didn't, and I'm just saying I would do it differently if I were setting up a secret base. Okay, who are you? A waitress? Assuming that's your job, not a name, you're just a no-name NPC. You're not attacking us, so really no reason to go after you. Okay, I think this is going to take us back to the hall that... Yeah, that's the hall we came in from, went around there, around here. So there's this... Looks like there should be another room right here. Okay, the waitress just wants to not fight and to get out of this alive. But man, the cook, just anybody I don't even think he challenged us or anything. It's just like, I don't recognize you guys, so time to die. Do not want to eat at that guy's restaurant. Oh, disabled sentry. I know what to do here. Let's use some of these computer spikes that we've saved up. Let's see if there's any more here. Or repair spikes. Repair parts. Parts, that's what we want. Spikes are for hacking computers. I bet we can repair this thing and get it to fight. This is an old, broken down bartender droid. It has been deactivated in preparation for disposal. Alright. Well, if the cooks can fight, I bet the bartender droid can too, so... The droid is now active. It will attack any enemies that come in range. So I have 13 repair parts. Can engage it in patrol mode. We're going to want to do that so that it'll actually move around and not just stay in this one room. So if that's 6, then I'm only going to be able to do one more thing. I can either optimize the droid's weaponry, optimize the droid's targeting systems, or activate the droid's shields. Well, Since these say optimize, I'm assuming that it'll still have weaponry and targeting. It's just won't be as good. Let's activate the droid's shields, because hopefully it'll still be able to do a little bit of damage, and it'll stay alive longer. And I'm not really expecting this thing to like clear out the base for us. I mainly just want it as a distraction, so having it stay alive longer will be more helpful for that, I think. Okay. Excuse me. Patrol mode engaged. Once you end this session, the droid will begin patrol and destroy any enemies it encounters. Okay. We don't have enough to optimize anything, so let's leave it alone. Okay, the droid engages its patrol mode and moves off to carry out your programmed instructions. Here's some more parts. Wouldn't have been enough for us to engage the shields and something else, but I wonder, can I still talk to this guy? Droid is actively engaged in its patrol route. You cannot reprogram it anymore. Okay. So good to know if we ever want to, if we think we want to be able to reprogram a droid later, don't engage it in patrol mode until we're sure. Okay. Okay, security. There's a door there. There's some turrets there. I wonder what this security panel does. Have a lot more computer spikes. Insert pass card to disarm security turrets. Okay. Spikes rejected. Security system can only be overridden from main terminal. Alright, well, let's see. Can I... Okay, well, let's leave that be until we find a, like a pass card or, or the main terminal that we can, where we can override the security. Ooh, armory. Alright. Yeah, let's see what they're keeping in the armory.
No problem. Got it.
Okay, ion blaster, heavy blaster, an ion rifle. Alright. Mesh underlay. Okay, that's useful. Modification to armor. Vibration cell, which I think is a modification to melee weapons. Heavy combat suit, military suit, disruptor rifle, average frag mine. Okay. I think all the frag mines we've had so far have been minor, so an average one is a nice upgrade. And some grenades, nice. I want to look at the entry for disruptor rifle. We've already seen heavy blasters. We've seen ion blasters. I haven't read about Zaalbar's bowcaster, I don't think. This is Zaalbar's personal bowcaster. He has made modifications to it over the years, but it still tightly conforms to the traditions of his people. Okay, I do remember reading that last week. Disruptor rifle. This disruptor is even more destructive than its pistol counterpart and is outlawed on just as many worlds. Disruptors reduce solid matter to its constituent molecules. Painfully. Unlike typical blasters, disruptors ignore most types of personal energy shields. Okay. So, let's see if we compare it to... I have just like a blaster rifle or something. Okay. So the disruptor rifle does 1 to 6 damage. Whereas the blaster rifle does 1 to 8 energy damage. Has more of a critical range. But this does physical damage. So disruptor rifles are doing the same kind of damage that I think that vibro blades are doing. I'm sure vibro blades are probably doing physical damage. Beam splitter. Broaden the beam of certain blaster types, increasing damage or possibly granting other effects. Okay. Yeah, vibro blades do physical damage, so.
What?
I don't want to switch to the disruptor rifle because my character, we're kind of building him to use a single one-handed weapon. If I found a disruptor pistol, though, I'd probably switch to that. Okay, let's see if we can slice this terminal. System loading complete. Okay. Access security cameras. Okay, so let's see if we can see the armory. Hey, there we are. Okay, we can switch to the barracks. Okay, lots of guys in there. Okay, we can switch to the camera. We can overload the power conduit in the main barracks, or we can return to the camera root menu. Let's overload the power conduit. Take these guys out. Okay. Reduced the numbers by a few of them. The rec room we've already cleared out. They have a pool? Okay, interesting. Garage elevator. Okay, that's the place where the turrets are. Shut down garage elevator security systems. Yes, let's do that. Elevator turrets deactivated. Okay, that's good. And control room. Okay, so we have some kind of boss or overseer or somebody in the control room. What system commands? Open all security doors. Upload area schematics. Or we can overload this terminal, which would hurt us, I think. I guess let's upload the area schematics. We can see where everything is, and we'll open all the security doors so that way we don't have to worry about there being any that we can't handle. Okay. And somehow me messing around on this security panel gave both Mission and Zaalbar enough experience to level up, because I guess watching somebody mess around on a computer is pretty enlightening. Okay. Mission just gets some skills this level. Okay, improve Scoundrel's luck. I think we checked that last time because I think I got it last time. Scoundrels learn to make the most of their infamous luck, turning the whims of chance into a certain +4 to defense. Okay. So she had +2 to defense. She now has +4 to defense. So, okay, she'll be a little less likely to just fall in battle. Good. I think I was just giving Zaalbar awareness. Give him some treat injury so that he can heal more from med packs and things. Okay. So now we're all level 6. Okay, Mission and Zaalbar have the same amount of experience. I have a little bit more. So I'll be leveling up first to level 7. Okay, so now we've loaded the schematics. So this up here is the garage elevator. That's where we want to get eventually. But okay, lower city. So that's presumably if we went down the hall and just went to the Black Volcar base, the front entrance, that's presumably where the front entrance would be. So we don't really need to go there. Let's check out the control room, the barracks, and the pool. Oh, okay. I surrender, please don't kill me. I'm not like I'm not like Brejik and his new Volkers. Okay, he was very quick to stop fighting once. Like we just hit him once and he was like, okay, nope, I'm out. So, okay, we could say, what are you talking about? You're a Volcar, aren't you? Or, sorry, I only fight to the death. No, if he's willing to talk it out, we might be able to talk it out and avoid some bloodshed. What are you talking about? You're a Volcar, aren't you? I'm a Volcar, but I was here long before Brejik took over. I was a Volcar back when it meant something, back when we had honor. Then Brejik and his followers took over and turned our gang into a bunch of violent thugs and bloodthirsty punks. Now they treat all us original Volkers like second-class citizens. Take me, for example. I used to be one of the highest-ranking Volcars in the gang. Now I'm stuck on guard duty here in the back, all thanks to Brejik. Kind of thought the gangs were already treated like second-class citizens. So would that mean that now they're being treated like third-class citizens, or? I don't know. If you hate Brejik so much, why don't you leave the gang? Or you better give me some information if you want to live. Or I'm going to let you live. Go on, get out of here. Sorry, but it's too risky to let you live. I am kind of curious. If Brejik took over and you guys hate him, why don't you leave? Like, maybe go form the new Volkars or something. I've been trying to work up the courage to leave, but it's not that easy. Brejik's followers will try to hunt down anyone who leaves the Volcar gang. He says he won't let traitors live, huh? Brejik and his followers are the real traitors. They turned on Gaiden and now they slaughter the Becks in the streets, and anyone else they happen to run across. Brejik knows anyone with character will never willingly follow a leader like him, so he uses brutality and violence to stay in power. I'm starting to get a little bit of personality analysis from this random Volcar. You better give me some information if you want to live. Sorry, but it's too risky to let you live. Or I'm going to let you live. Go on, get out of here. I don't want to make giving information like a condition for me letting him live, but I would like some information if he's willing to offer it, so we'll ask about that. Yeah, sure, whatever you want to know. It's not like I know that scumlord Brejik anything. Okay, so we already asked that. So where can I find the prototype swoop engine accelerator? I'm looking for a prisoner, a woman named Bastila. Or, okay, you can get out of here. Let's ask about Bastila. If we can get her right now, then that would save us a step. Yeah, right. You think Brejik would leave a trophy like that in here with this scum? He's got her stashed away somewhere safe, I guess. Somewhere outside this base. Okay, so that's why we can't just rescue her. Okay. I want to ask you something else. Let's ask about the prototype. Okay, where can I find the prototype swoop engine accelerator? Right, that gadget Brejik stole from the Becks. He's got the accelerator in the basement garage. The only way down is by using the security elevator in the back of the base. But the security elevator is protected by auto-targeting laser cannons. You'll be vaporized before you ever get near it, unless you get your hands on a pass card. Where can I get a pass card? Or is there some way to disable the security cannons? I mean, considering we've already disabled the security cannons, we know there is, but let's ask that because this guy doesn't know that we've disabled them. And just make sure, see if he'll tell us something like, oh, even if you disable them, you still have to watch out for this or something. I guess it might be possible to slice into the main computer bank near the front of the base and override the security system, but I sure wouldn't be able to do it. Okay, and where can I get a pass card? Just if I can get one, then might be useful later. If I had one myself, I'd give it to you, but Brejik only gives them to his lieutenants. You'd have to get a pass card from one of them, but I doubt they'd just hand it over to you. Okay. So all these options are ones we've already had, so I think it's time to part ways. I'm going to let you live. Go on, get out of here. And thank you. You have been most helpful. I do hope that at some point, maybe with this whole swoop race thing, we'll be able to take care of Brejik and you guys can have your gang back, back to the honorable Volkars you once were. So I'm going to let you live. Go on, get out of here. Thanks a lot. And don't worry, I won't cause any trouble for you on the way out. In fact, I hope you take Brejik and his Volkers down. Well, I can't really say that's the plan, but it certainly it wouldn't be I wouldn't be opposed to it if the opportunity presents itself. Okay. So this is the barracks where you can see some remains there from the guys that were around from the conduit that we overloaded, but there's going to be more guys over there, so we're going to have to be careful. Let's have Zaalbar go in first. Oh hey, it didn't give me the option to well, Zaalbar, why are you getting items? I don't even remember clicking on that. I just Zaalbar's getting low on health, so let's give him a couple more attacks. Don't know why I'm hanging back quite so much, but okay, there's a pass card, so if we do need a pass card for anything, we'll be able to now have one. Okay, there's a pool droid. Now empty swimming pool. Here,
Yes?
Zaalbar, you best let me handle that. Droid is now active. It will attack any enemies that come in range, and that's it. Okay, I don't know that I understand why a pool droid would have its default programming to be turn it on and it will attack any enemies that come within range. Oh my, there's like poison down there. Let's see, there's a foot locker down there. Maybe I can just power through the poison and get at it. Durasteel bonding alloy, okay, hair trigger, cardio regulator, and plasma grenades. Alright, get out of here. No, Zaalbar, don't come in here. It's dangerous. Okay, wow. Just barely not passed out. Can't return to the hideout just now. If I run over here, can I? Like, is it because we were too close to the terminals or something? Turrets. Oh, there's a black Volkar guard. fast take him out. There we go. How can I... Okay, I'm just gonna have to... I guess if Zaalbar's taking point, then we might not have too many issues. Especially since these things ought to be disabled. Okay, good. Those look like they would have been quite formidable if they'd been active. Okay, so this is the garage. We have junk pile droid and another junk pile droid.
Sure.
I don't know that we have enough parts to be repairing everything, but let's... Okay, I don't even get experience if I don't do anything beyond just turn them on, so... at least that one has a blaster, so if anybody wanders into its line of sight, it'll attack. This one I think just does melee, so probably not even any point in turning it on if I can't repair it further. Oh, there's the garage head. Zaalbar, why don't you go talk to him? Oh, did my map layout include this floor? It did not. Okay. Oh, I should see.
What?
See, I've got this armor light. Gives me 7 bonus with a max dexterity bonus of 5. I should see what armor mission has and see if none of this is better than my current armor, but I wonder if mission already has a heavy combat suit. No, she's just wearing her normal outfit. Mission, put on a heavy combat suit, because that will give you considerably more defense. It'll jump you up from 19 to 24. Okay, it's heavier overall and not quite as flexible, but many consider the trade-offs worthwhile. Yes. Guess we can give her an energy shield as well. These are, they don't do anything on their own except give you the ability, if you're wearing them, then you have the ability to activate them in combat, and when activated, they'll absorb some energy or some damage. So that way, if we need to control mission, she'll already have some energy shields. So, okay. Okay, now these guys are lootable. I'm really not sure at this point why we're bothering to steal the prototype. Just find wherever the main hidey hole is, where they've got Bastila, and let us just storm it and take out all the Volcars. We seem to be perfectly capable of doing that. Okay, garage head's desk and the garage computer. What's in the garage head's desk? Hey, more Pazat cards, an improved energy cell, and garage head key card. Okay. Again,
Yes?
I'll do this because I think I'm best with computers. Let's slice the computer. And again, we can see some cameras. Okay, so there's the garage. We can overload the swoop bike in the garage bay. Not really sure why we would do that, because it's not like that's going to help us take out Volkars, unless one of those is the bike they're planning on racing, in which case, we might sabotage it so they can't race, I guess. That's where we are. Let's not overload the terminal where we're all standing. Loading bay. Looks like there's a droid. We can't do anything in there. And the engine lab. Okay. That's probably where the prototype is. Okay. Now we have to choose between opening all security doors or uploading area schematics. I think we're going to visit pretty much everywhere anyway, so let's just open all the security doors. Okay. Zaalbar, you're back at point. Okay, patrol droid. Also got it. No. Zaalbar, the droid. Okay, here's that other droid. Oh. He froze. Mission, where in the world did you end up? Where is this? What, there were enemies in the... Okay, we're over here. There were enemies in the garage that we somehow missed? Okay, let's go ahead and use this an energy shield. Okay.
You'll pay.
I'm not sure if she has the ability to cause them to get stunned when she does a sniper shot. Okay. She's not in combat anymore. There's a mine there. We're not too concerned about that at the moment. Okay, so just saved. Do we wait for the other two to wake up? Or do we go after that droid, which has some kind of freeze ray or something, which I'm not too keen on, but let's throw ion grenades at it, because those should do more damage against droids. Okay. So she's trying to get at its extreme range, but it keeps on walking away from her. Okay. Let's have... Okay, let's... Okay, no, we don't need to deal with the mines. Let's see if we can have mission retreat a bit. And maybe Zaalbar and I can wake up and go join her, and then we can try to recover before tackling this droid. Can't switch to everybody else at the moment. Does she have sneak attack? Maybe if we have her go stealthy, then she can sneak attack the droid.
No one's gonna see this mission.
Okay. Then we'll also have her switch to an ion blaster, because ion blasters do, they only do 1 to 4 damage normally, but they do 1 to 10 extra damage against droids. So anywhere from 2 to 14. So then maybe combined with the sneak attack, maybe this will be enough to like, overpower that droid. I'm not really sure what to do about its freezy ability. Okay, let's try to get a sniper shot. Oh, nope, mission, we still want to be stealthy. No? Okay. We'll just charge out. Okay, that mission, you were supposed to try to attack from stealth, not just charge in, break stealth, and charge right at him. Maybe stealth doesn't work like that. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can't attack from stealth in this game.
No one's gonna see this mission.
So just have to like sneak close, wait for it to turn around, and then attack. Okay, nope, still detected her. So this one enemy is turning out to be tougher than like everything else in the base combined. And yet this was one of the few cameras when we saw that droid that it didn't give us any options for like having a smart way to deal with it or something. Unless we could lure it out here and then overload a swoop bike or something. Just gather your party before venturing forth. Well, I'm trying to venture forth so I can gather my party, oddly enough. Let's see, because I can't warp back. Might as well turn solo mode off because it doesn't seem to me that there's much point to it. Mission, that was a terrible aim shot. Okay, let's go ahead and med pack as soon as you can. Try to stay healthy with med packs. I guess since we don't have any more ion grenades, we'll just keep on attacking with an ion blaster.
advanced med pack. No, okay. Huh. Come on. For some reason, sometimes the prompt to go back to the menu doesn't trigger something. Okay, let's see. How do we want to do this? Unfortunately, we can't get you moving, or you might be able to help us take that thing down. Same with you. Let's see. Is there anything in here that can help us out? Doesn't look like it. Is there any way we can, like, close this door so then we can just ignore the droid and move on to the other hallway? Is there anything? Okay, let's see. We have some adrenals. Adrenal alacrity would give us +4 speed, or +4 dexterity and more speed. More dexterity might be good because that would give us a boost to. I want to see her stats. I think her armor has a max dexterity bonus of 4, but we would be able to get at least one more dexterity bonus from that, and so that could be useful. Adrenal strength wouldn't really help us, but adrenal stamina, constitution would give us more hit points. Okay, let's do this. We'll do this and that. Save, and then we'll try taking this thing on with ion grenades. Come on. Stop being frozen. Okay. Throw out another ion grenade. Heal ourselves up. Throw another ion grenade. Come on, mission, you got this. Alright. Alright, good. We just had to get some high rolls with the ion grenades. Okay, still can't return to base. Let's have everybody have a nice round of med packs on me. Okay. Oh yeah, we've got like 30 something med packs. We can be using these a little bit more often. We don't want to go around wasting them because we will be wanting them later, but we can use them a little bit more often than we have been. Okay, good job, mission. Okay, again, I only get skills. Not awareness. I don't need to be aware of things. I need to know how to use a computer. That's what's important. Okay, we got sneak attack 4. Okay. I don't know that sneak attack's really been helping us because we don't really seem to be able to sneak attack much, but sneak attack 4 adds 4 to 24 points of extra damage to attacks when the target can't respond to the attacker.
The extra damage is applied to attacks made from behind the target, attacks against stunned or otherwise immobilized targets, and any attacks made while in stealth mode. Okay, so we can attack from stealth mode, we want to be close enough that hitting the attack is going to break stealth mode, but if we're close enough to make the attack, then we can make a sneak attack while we're breaking stealth mode. Okay. Robot didn't even have any cool loot on it, but let's see what it was protecting. Okay, some med packs and repair kits, computer spikes, and what's in here?
Got it.
Had a super strong droid and some protection on it, so 2,000 credits, not bad. Computer spikes, hyper battle stimulants, and plasma grenades. Hyper battle stimulants sound like those are going to be big performance enhancers. Vitality max plus 16 points, plus 16 hit points, plus 2 attack, plus 2 damage. This stim removes all distractions, allowing the user to focus purely on the battle. The user is almost oblivious to damage suffered. Stim bonuses that affect the same statistic do not stack. Okay. I don't usually like to drug up my characters, but sometimes if it's an emergency, the chemicals might be slightly less we might prefer to have a couple drugs than letting our entire party die, like Mission was able to do with those adrenals. Oh, hello, Volcar Guard. Did I just aim carefully to miss a target that was standing perfectly still 10 feet in front of me? Wow, I think that getting knocked out, messed me up a little more than I thought. Zaalbar, this is why you're taking point. I am in no fit in shape to be taking the lead here, I guess. Is this a window? Oh. Okay, there's a window to a little some mine over there. I'm not sure what it... Oh, is that the prototype accelerator? Is this where it is? Looks like we have visitors. Lackeys conned by Gaiden Thek into trying to steal Brejik's swoop engine accelerator, I bet.
Brejik stole that engine from Gaiden. It was never yours to begin with.
Well, I didn't go to all the trouble of acquiring this prototype, just so you could steal it back for that old fool. Would you like me to dispose of these Beck spies, Candon? I'm not sure you'd really call us spies. No, hold on a second. I see you aren't wearing the hidden Beck colors, so I'm guessing you aren't part of that feeble old man's gang. You must be a freelance mercenary. Okay, you're right, I'm not one of the Becks. My name's JJ48, or enough yapping, hand over that accelerator. Well, it's true we're not technically Becks, so let's be friendly, introduce ourselves. Instead of stealing the prototype for the Becks, why don't you come work for us? The Black Volcars could use someone like you. You've got my attention, what's your offer? Or forget it, I know all about you Black Volcars. Yeah, I mean, the one guy seemed kind of nice. The one who said he was from, like, the old Black Volkars before Brejik took over. Um, this guy doesn't sound like this guy just wants me to betray Gadden and work for Brejik, and I don't really want to do that, so forget it. I know all about you, Black Volkars. Be smart. Gaddenthek is old news. He's a blind fool in more ways than one. Brejik is a visionary. Soon he'll control the entire lower city. Don't shackle yourself to a losing team. You've got my attention, or forget it. I'm not about to betray Gadden. Or how about I just kill you instead? Well, I have a suspicion that's what it's going to come down to, but let's just stick with no. We're just not going to betray Gadden. If he wants to, if the other guy wants to say okay, that's it, and start the violence, so be it. But we're going to just make our stance clear, but not be the ones to start the fight, despite us wandering through the base and starting quite a few fights. Um, so forget it. I'm not going to betray Gadden. I can see there's not much chance of convincing you to come work for us after all. Most unfortunate.
Smilia.
Now can I kill them, Candon? Yes, darling, kill them. Kill them all. Well, see, there's where we have a little bit of a problem. Candon Ark and Candon's bodyguard. She doesn't even get a name. See, do you honestly think that some character who doesn't even get a name is going to be able to take down 3 main playable characters? I mean, the droid upstairs probably didn't really have a fancy name, but it was also like guarding some really cool optional items. Standing in the you're standing in the way of our main quest line, so you guys probably aren't all that tough because you also don't really seem like final bosses or anything. So, and in a lot of these RPGs, it's actually the optional bosses that do a lot more, that can be a lot harder to take down. Okay, let's have Zaalbar heal up here. Okay, mission. See how, like, this whole fight, you and me were kind of holding back while Zaalbar did his thing, and these guys who also had blasters were doing the same thing? Do that every fight. Don't run into the middle in any fight. Okay. Another aural amplifier. I think that's what I'm wearing. Some bonus to... Ooh, disruptor pistol. Yes, that's what we wanted to look for. Sith energy shield. Verpine head... Oh, man, he had some interesting stuff. Response package. Okay, we're gonna have to look through our items in a moment. Let's pick up this prototype first, and then we can look through and swap out gear, see if anything's an improvement over what we've already got. And then we have a choice. Now that we have the swoop accelerator, I thought it looked like the hallway continues a bit more. We can explore some more of the base, or we can just head back out to go talk to the Becks. I think I want to explore a bit more of the base, see what else is going on here. So, okay. But, see, Heavy Blaster does 1 to 8 energy damage, the critical threat range of 20, just 20, 23 meter range. How does that compare to a Disruptor Pistol? 1 to 4 damage, same range, same critical. So quite a bit less damage, but it's physical. Okay, these pistols are legal in many planetary systems, being regarded as too powerful a weapon to be owned by civilians. Disruptors reduce solid matter to its constituent molecules. Unlike typical blasters, disruptors ignore most types of personal energy shields. Okay, so I guess the disruptor pistol is similar to the ion blaster. I guess ion blasters don't really do much against shields. They just have the bigger threat against droids. Maybe they do some stuff against shields. I don't know, but it sounds like if disruptor pistols are primarily built towards doing stuff against shield or ignoring shields, then that'd be there. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have a bigger critical threat or anything. I mean, if the pistol's actually breaking stuff down to its constituent molecules, you would think it would either do more damage or like at least have a chance for really big critical damage. I don't know. We'll try it out for a bit. See, we seem to be hitting some more enemies that are starting to be more shielded, so maybe this will be helpful. Okay. Sith energy shield. Okay, normal energy shields only deflect energy and electrical. They'll block 20 points of energy and electrical damage for 200 seconds or until we take all 20. When equipped and activated, these items project an energy shield around the wearer. The small power source can burn out when repeatedly stressed, requiring replacement of the entire unit. We also have a Sith energy shield, which has energy and electrical deflection, but also sonic deflection, and it can go up to 30 points. The Sith have made many improvements to personal forearm shielding, much to the dismay of the Jedi. Though efficient, the unit must be replaced often as it burns out when repeatedly activated. Okay, let's replace one of our shields with that, so if we want, we can get a little bit more protection. Okay, it's still our best armor. Oh no, we had a neural band, which makes will saves. The aural amplifier, okay, increases awareness. Not usable by Wookiees. With this item, Dirkish Corporation abandoned visual detection in favor of aural, citing that most creatures breathe, and even camouflage fields can't blend the sound of that away. Okay. And then we also have a Verpine headband. Oh, which saves will +3, skills awareness +2. Not subject to Republic regulations, the Verpine increased neural band effectiveness with brute electrical force. The market is there, but long-term effects on users are unknown. Well, we're currently equipped with +2 to will saving throws. This would give us +3 saving throws to will, plus bonus to awareness. It's like getting both of those combined, except even a little better. So let's go ahead and equip the Verpine headband. Okay. And we can't accept implants, or else we could have a response package. This implant boosts the regular energy impulses of the nervous system, sharpening the performance of dexterous action. Inactive users may suffer the odd lingering twitch. Okay. At some point, we might take the ability to use neural implants, but we don't have that ability at the moment. Okay, so mission. I think heavy combat suit's still your best bet. Currently equipped with an ion blaster. Let's go ahead and leave that just in case we have, you'll be our specialist for droids. But let's go ahead and give you +2 saving throws against will. So just in case we meet will, we will be well prepared for him. Zaalbar, I guess we can give him some energy shields. Wookiees can't take body armor, can't have a lot of the headgears. Oh, he does have the ability to take an implant, though. Okay, and 1 extra dexterity would bump him up to 14, which would give him an extra dexterity bonus. It would make his dexterity bonus 2, which I think would give him more defense. So, nope, not the head thing, the implant. Yeah, now he's got 12 defense. Okay, so there we can help Zaalbar out a little bit, even though he can't. I guess we found from his discussion he just refuses to wear clothing because that's just something Wookiees don't do. Let's heal up. Okay, nothing more this way. What's down this part of the hall? Okay, there's a gang member working on a swoop. There's a gang member no longer working on a swoop. Okay, another energy shield. I thought this was a door for some reason. That is not a door, that's a wall. Okay, we have some, looks like swoop engines over here. Mission, we just talked about you charging into the middle of melee. Okay, workbench. Let's go ahead and see if we can upgrade anything. Okay, looks like the only range thing we can upgrade at the moment is Zaalbar's bowcaster, which nobody's really using, so we don't need to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade Mission's Vibroblade. It looks like Mission's Vibroblade and the prototype Vibroblade are identical stat-wise. But Mission's Vibroblade has a name on it, so that it's a little bit. That's the one we'll keep if we end up getting rid of one of them. So we can equip a vibration cell, which will give it an attack bonus. That means that it'll have an easier time hitting people. Wait. Yep, attack modifier +1. Okay. And Durasteel bonding alloy, which will give it another attack modifier. Okay. And now let's see. We can equip another vibration cell on this, and we just don't have. Wait a second. This time the vibration cell, instead of giving an attack bonus, it's going to give it a damage bonus. Interesting. And we don't have an energy projector or a Durasteel bonding alloy, so. What about armor? Okay, we already have armor reinforcement, which gave defense bonus +2. We can also add a mesh underlay, which will give us damage resistance 20 against cold and fire. That would be pretty useful. Would have been even more useful before we encountered that droid with the freezing ray. Because I believe what that means is that whenever we're taking cold damage or fire damage, we basically have to take more than 20 cold or fire damage for it to affect us. I think that's how that works. Anyway, we can resist certain types of damage, so that's good. And the fact that the same item looked like it was giving different bonuses on different weapons, I think means that we just kind of have these generic upgrade parts, and each weapon has, or armor, has specific ways that, like, if you equip this, this weapon gets this bonus. Um, but that might change if you're putting it on a different weapon. So, right now we just need to get out and head back to the Beck base. Make sure we're still saving. I think we're going to see if we can just head out the front door. Miss, if I were you, I would start looking for new employment. I don't think there's many long-term opportunities here anymore. It is believed that hyperspace travel was brought to this galaxy by an advanced race now extinct. Well, this is looking like we might have froze, but opportunity to bring up. We haven't really had a chance. Like, I haven't really been reading too many of the loading screen dialogues or little blurbs here, mainly because mostly the game's been loading so fast that I haven't really had a chance to do that. Let's see if we can get the game started up again. But it is interesting that we have, if you do get a chance to read them, a lot of games will sometimes do that of on the loading screen, just kind of throw in little bits of okay. Just I'm gonna have to. Okay, let's. I'm gonna have to mess around with some stuff here, see if we can get it working again. Okay, game's loading. Will it actually... I don't like that. Got it loaded, but it's doing kind of an odd... Okay, yep, it crashed again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's see, should be able to, should be seeing the game now. Okay, hopefully, we're gonna try this again, see if heading out here, if it'll let us do it this time. If it can't, what we'll do is we'll try reloading again. Like if for some reason that it's just like it's bug trying to leave this door, or there's some glitch going on, then what we'll do is when we reload, we'll try going out through the sewers. And we won't have to go all the way through because I think from the sewers we can warp back to the hideout and then just like come back down that way. But let's try this first. Because of the danger in scouting new hyperspace. Yes, he didn't even have a chance to read that. So unfortunately, with the fast load times, you hardly have a chance to read those. But it is kind of a nice way to be able to just add a little bit of
You'll never get me.
like these little tidbits of information. And you know, every time you see a loading screen, you're just seeing a little bit more and a little bit more. You just kind of use those to build a little bit more of a picture of the galaxy. Okay, nothing. And I believe this is back to when we first came down. It was through that elevator there. Yeah, and there's the lower city apartments. So we should be able to kind of come around here. There's the cantina. And here's the hidden Beck lookout. Oh, before we go to the Beck base, though, let's head down to the Undercity, because we need to turn in these journals so that they can start looking for the Promised Land. And I think that's the only thing we have left down in the Undercity. So I don't know that there's really going to be a great time to head back to the Undercity, so might as well do it now. And then I think we'll be done with the Undercity. Mission seems rather distant. Maybe you should talk to her. She's not distant, she's right there. Couldn't be much closer, actually. Let's speak to her.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
I want to know a little more about you, or do you know anything about the planet we're on? Let's find out more about Mission.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
Let's see. How did you and Zaalbar hook up, or where are your parents? Don't you have a family? I like our, sorry, I just noticed our bit of headgear here that looks like just a piece of translucent tape over our eyes. I'm sure it's very helpful, but... Alright, where are your parents? Don't you have a family?
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zaalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Vulkars were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Okay. Who'd want to pick a fight with a Wookiee? Or just go on? Or could your story be more boring? I've heard enough. Sorry, but we don't have time for this now. So, that seems like that would be... I mean, it's always rude to just tell somebody that their story is boring and that they need to shut up. It seems like it'd be even more rude to be like, hey, I want to hear more about you. Okay, that's enough. Shut up now. Let's just ask why they would want to pick a fight with a Wookiee.
Hey, nobody said the Vulkars were smart, but there were 3 of them, so maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Vulkars at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
Okay, so went about as well as one would expect after seeing you fight. So you're lucky he didn't fry you with a blaster, or smacking a kid. Those Vulkars have no class. Or that'll teach you to stick your nose where it doesn't belong. Or, again, call the story boring. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't just shoot you, based on what I've seen here. You're lucky he didn't fry you with a blaster.
Hey, I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Volkers didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zaalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Volker a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
Okay. What did the other two Volkars do, or did Zaalbar kill him? Yeah, how did the other Volkars take it?
The other two screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zaalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Volker was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out.
Mission.
Sorry, Zaalbar, but I keep telling you to brush those choppers once in a while. Why do you think I won't stand downwind when you're talking? Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zaalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
I just noticed when Zaalbar was talking there, it took him a really long time to say Mission's name. I don't know if he was calling her some things that were censored, or if that was just in the Wookiee language, maybe names just take a really long time. I don't know. So how did Zaalbar end up on Terrace? How did you survive before you met Zaalbar? We should get back to the task at hand. Might ask how Zaalbar ended up on Terrace in a moment, but right now we're talking about missions, so let's ask what she did before she met Zaalbar.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zaalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
I guess I can believe that if you stay out of fights, because again, we've seen you fight, so you are not convincing me that you can hold your own in a fight without backup. But if you're talking about how to avoid fights, I'll accept it. So how did Zaalbar end up on Terrace?
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. Me and Zaalbar like to live in the present.
Okay, let's get back to the task at hand.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
What? I didn't know you had a brother, or I hope I don't have to listen to you prattle on about your brother now. Yeah, I asked you about your family earlier. Why didn't you tell me you had a brother? I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know. It just so happens I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
Okay, that's it. I'm not asking you to... What? Mission seems rather distant. You were just seeming rather distant. I thought we got rid of the distance.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
Okay, so basically what's happening here, in case not familiar, is these kinds of like character story moments where we get to talk to a character and find out more about them or more about what they're thinking, and hopefully make them feel more friendly and trusting of us. So not sure that Karth was feeling all that trusting, but he seemed to be opening up a little bit. But these moments are often based on, in games like this, they're often based on either getting to a certain physical place, like when you visit a location, character might do something, or completing a particular quest. Or in this case, I think they're triggered by leveling up. When you get to certain levels, the character will will reveal more. And I'm guessing what's happening, the reason we're getting a couple mission things right in a row, is that Mission has leveled up a couple times since we met her. So we're getting these like, oh, you've been traveling together long enough to find out more about her. But when we leveled up, I'm guessing because we were in the sewers and then in the Volcar base, the game was probably saying it's not a good time to have a little heart-to-heart cutscene. So, or dialogue, not really a cutscene, but so let's push it off. And by the, then we had another level up, and so now it's starting to kind of queue up these. So we'll go through another one. I'm thinking it'll probably just be the two, because I don't know that Mission's leveled up a third time since we encountered her. But I mean, now that I've gone through that explanation, I mean, it's been a whole minute since we last talked about your brother. Let's talk about him.
I was a little snappish when we last talked. I'm sorry about that. I get a little touchy when it comes to Griff. It's kind of embarrassing telling people about him.
Embarrassing? Why? Or you don't have to tell me anything if you don't want to, or I don't have time for this. I'm not sure why, but Griff seems like an odd name for a Twi'lek. Then again, Mission is an odd name for a Twi'lek, so I don't know. It could be that I guess that could be a translation of his Twi'lek name into Common, or I'm guessing that Mission probably wasn't her name her parents gave her at birth, or if it was because they were already kind of living in a non-Twi'lek settlement and we're using basic. But Griff might also be a name that he might have just adopted as kind of a, hey, I'm doing a bunch of business with non-Twi'leks, so I'm gonna adopt a non-Twi'lek name. It's easier for people to pronounce or makes them feel more comfortable or something. I don't know. Just seems an odd name to take. So, I don't know. She just said it's kind of embarrassing talking about him, demanding to know why it's embarrassing. Seems like that's just going to be even more embarrassing. So you don't have to tell me anything if you don't want to.
No, I want to tell you. Zaalbar's a great listener, but it might be nice to talk about this with someone who doesn't reply in growls and grunts. I never knew my parents. My brother always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me here to Taurus. I was just a kid, only 5. But I remember the trip, if you could call it that. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in the Starfreighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class, you know?
Okay. So you were stowaways? Or how could your brother do that to a 5-year-old? Or I really don't care about your traumatic childhood. I'm gonna, in general, try to avoid the just be a complete jerk dialogue options. Sounds like you were stowaways.
I don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the planet was to smuggle ourselves out. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we were criminals. Well, maybe my brother was. See, this is why I don't like to talk about it. It makes Griff sound worse than he really was. My brother had his problems, but he always looked out for me.
Okay. He's family. You have to stick by your family. Or what kind of problems did your brother have? Or again, just blow her off. He's family. Yeah, sure, I understand he's got some problems, but he's family. You want to look out for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Without my brother, I don't know where I'd be. He gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart, you know? He taught me how to survive. Showed me how to slice into a computer security system, how to get inside a locked building without the entrance codes, and how to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game.
Okay, well, all the necessities for a budding young criminal. So yeah, Sounds like he was nothing but a petty criminal or pretty handy skills to have mission. Both of those sound thoroughly appropriate, but let's go with pretty handy skills to have.
Yeah, Griff did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll come back someday. He promised me he would.
Okay. Why did he leave? Or Griff doesn't sound like he's big on keeping promises. Doesn't sound like he'd be the kind to keep promises, but let's ask why he left instead.
He fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took him from me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went.
Who's Lena? What are you talking about? What happened? I mean, I'm guessing from the way that the mission's talking that Lena is female and is a romantic interest for Griff. Let's see if maybe there's more to it than that.
I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worrying about my brother running off with some intergalactic skank. So is there something else you need?
Okay, I guess that's the end of that topic. Let's see, do you know anything about the planet we're on? Speaking of completely unrelated topics.
Terrace is a pretty good place to grow up, all things considered. Just stick to the area you belong in and stay out of Davik's business, and you'll be fine.
I think we've already asked her a bit about this when we first met her, so okay, yep, thanks for the info.
Hey, no problem. I'm here to help, right?
Okay, so, are we going to be able to walk on, head back to the Undercity, or is mission going to seem distant as soon as we've taken a couple more steps? Okay. Mission no longer seems distant, I guess. So that's good. Okay, not eye gear. Where's what's his face? This guy, Rookhill.
Welcome back, Upworlder. How goes your quest? Have you found the journals of my father and grandfather?
I have all 3 journals. Here, take them. Or I don't have all the journals yet, but I will find them, or I can't waste any more time with your quest. No, I found all the journals. Take them.
Can it be true? Is it possible that at long last, the dream of my father and grandfather before him will be fulfilled? I can hardly bear to look. Yes, of course. Now I understand. It all makes sense. Now I see why the Promised Land has been so hard to find. It is so obvious. You have done a great thing, Upworlder. A selfless act that will bring great joy to all the people of this village. I must take this to Gendar right away.
Okay.
Rookhill, what do you want now? Have you more fables of a hidden paradise just waiting for us to find it?
You may not think these are fables after you see what I have brought you, Gendar. Look at these journals.
What? No, it can't be. Are these real, Rookhill? Is this information accurate?
I swear to you, everything in these journals is true, Gendar. The Promised Land. I told you I would find it.
The entrance is far from here, Rookhill. It will take us weeks to get there, perhaps even months. And we will have to cross many Rakghoul-infested areas.
I do not deny the journey will be hard, Gendar. But surely it is better than the miserable life we have here.
Wise words, Rookhill. Our supplies are high right now. We could leave by nightfall. I will tell the others to prepare for the journey.
Thank you once again, Upworlder.
Well,
I will say a final goodbye. For where we are going, I fear you cannot come. The journey to the Promised Land is long and arduous.
Goodbye, Rookhill, and good luck. Or maybe I should come with you. I could help you go on the journey. Well, we're kind of already on already have a journey that we're on, so goodbye, Rookhill, and good luck.
We must part ways here, Upworlder. I sense your destiny is yet to be chosen, but the destiny of my people is at the end of the long journey ahead of us.
Okay. A little bit surprised that it's like, oh, hey, there's some information about how we can reach the promised land. All right, everybody, meet back here in 5 minutes, and we'll just head off on the long journey that we didn't even know we were going to be taking until just now. I mean, granted, I guess they don't have a lot of things they need to pack or anything, but even just getting the food together, you know, for provision and, you know, mentally preparing stuff, you would think would take a couple hours at least. Okay. It's good. Seems like the people of the Undercity are now moving on. Hopefully they find what they're looking for. Oh, wait, no, we don't need to do security, we just need to walk in. Okay. Let's go talk to Gadden and tell him we found the prototype.
You have returned. You have the prototype swoop engine accelerator with you?
I have the accelerator right here. If I don't have it yet, I want to ask you some questions, or I'll be back when I get the prototype accelerator. So, I think those, I mean, we obviously have the prototype accelerator. These dialogue options are just to, if we want to exit the conversation without completing the mission, or possibly if I don't have it yet, might let us ask more questions about it. But I think we asked plenty of questions earlier, so yes, here we have the accelerator.
I was beginning to wonder if you would make it. The race is tomorrow, and my mechanics need time to install the prototype into the swoop engine of our bike.
Okay, I lived up to my end of the deal. Now you better come through. Or not so fast, Gad, and I want a reward for recovering this. No, we already had a deal, so, but I just want to remind you that we did have a deal, so you'd better come through on this.
Don't worry. I'm a man of my word. I promised you could ride in the swoop race under the Hidden Beck banner, and I'm still going to let you do that. And I'm even going to go one better. I'm going to let you ride the swoop bike with the prototype accelerator installed on it. Without it, you won't stand a chance.
Gadden, you can't be serious. We need one of our best riders on that bike. We can't let some rookie take the prototype engine into the race.
Don't worry, Gadden, I'll win that race. Or, why are you doing this, Gadden? Or, Zeradra's right, Gadden, one of your own riders should get that swoop bike. This does seem a very odd decision. And we already have a deal that, like, if you win the race and we get Bastila, I believe we had that deal. So, let's see, why are you doing this? Or no, I'm just gonna flat out agree with Zeradra. Get one of your best swoop racers to ride.
I have to be honest with you. There's a reason I'm letting you take the prototype engine. The accelerator isn't stable. There's a good chance it could explode during the race. I can't ask one of my own riders to take the risk. They'll be running unmodified swoops in the race. You'll be the only one using the prototype. If you can complete the track before the accelerator overheats, then you'll win for the Becks. If you die, then one of my other riders could still come through for me.
Okay, so you're letting me ride the prototype because I'm expendable. That makes sense. Doesn't exactly fill me with confidence. So let's see. Sounds like you've got all your bases covered. or okay, I'm ready for the race, or suddenly I'm not so sure about this. Yeah, that I'm a little bit less certain about this.
Without that prototype, you don't stand a chance of winning. And if you don't win, you can't get past to the back. None of the other riders will give her up. This is your only chance.
Okay, sounds like you got all your bases covered.
You don't get to be leader of a swoop gang if you don't know how to work all the angles.
So, okay, I'm ready for the race.
You can stay here tonight. The mechanics need time to install the accelerator on the engine, so you won't be able to practice your riding. But I've got good instincts, and you have the look of a racer about you. Just try to relax, and in the morning we'll take you to the swoop track.
You spend a restless night in the Beck base. In the morning, one of the Becks takes you to the swoop racing pits where only racers and mechanics are allowed to go. Okay, hopefully this... So you're the one who's going to ride this swoop bike, eh? Don't worry, I've been working on the accelerator and stability won't be a problem. I hope. Gad mentioned that you've never done this before. You want me to run over the basics of handling a swoop bike for you? Okay. I'm gonna say right now, this part has me a little bit concerned, primarily because when I first played this game, I think I was in college, and this particular part was where the game had a lot of issues crashing. Now, I don't know if that's something that this version of the game has fixed, because we've seen crashing in other places that didn't have issues before, and so it could be that there's no difference and this part will run just as fine as the rest of it. But I'm just a heads up that we might end up having to reset here and if we can't get through it, then we'll might even have to stop for the night. But let's get some instructions first. Tell me how it's done. It's pretty simple, really. First, try not to crash into anything. There's debris and obstacles scattered all over the course, so watch out. All swoops are equipped with dynamic deflector systems, so hitting an obstacle won't cause you to crash, but it will shake you up a bit and slow you down. The track also has accelerator panels built into its surface. If you fly over one, it'll give your swoop bike a boost of speed, so try to hit them when you see them. When the engine starts running hot, you'll get a warning and you'll have to switch gears. Other than that, just try to hang on. You'll be fine. Okay, let me look up real quick what the controls are, because changing gears sounds like that's going to be pretty important. Might as well get okay, or maybe it doesn't want to open. Okay, here we go. like it might just be clicking the mouse button. Alright, well, guess we'll try it out. Worst that can happen is that we overheat the engine and it explodes and kills us. So, let's start the race. Hold on. Better explain the rules to you. Each rider goes out on the track alone. At the end of the day, whoever posted the fastest time is the winner. Okay. Normally a rider can run as many heats as they want, but I don't know how long the prototype accelerator on your swoop will hold up. No more than 4 or 5 races, I'd guess. So make your runs count. Gadden's put his trust in you. We need to win this race, or Brejik's Volkers will get a whole bunch of new recruits. If that happens, we're finished. Seems interesting race rules, to say the least. Just go out, try as many times as you want, and the best time wins. Usually there think there'd be some kind of limit on how many times someone can race, if for no other reason than to make sure that a small group of racers didn't just lock the course down and you know, make sure that other people just couldn't race at all. I don't know. Okay, I won't let you down. Or how do we get the race started? Now let's reassure him. I won't let you down. Sounds like you're ready. Go talk to the race announcer over by the counter. He'll give you the time to beat and get you out on the course. I'll be waiting for you here after the run so I can make any tweaks or repairs to your swoop in case you want to go out for another heat. Good luck, and don't worry about the prototype overheating and exploding while you're out on the track. That probably won't happen. Okay. Oh, we have some actual named people, so I'm guessing these are some other swoop racers. Here's Ferk. Watch yourself out on the track, rookie. Every year we lose a couple of you first-timers. We Becks are losing enough members as it is without having them die on the track. Just be careful, and good luck. Okay, so he wasn't saying it in a threatening way, he was saying it in a friendly warning kind of way. Alright, I appreciate that, man. And I'm assuming you're racing as well, so good luck to you too. I've never understood why so many of you new riders make your first competitive start in the biggest race of the year. That accelerator Gadden slapped on your swoop will help, but I just don't think that will be enough. Plus, there's always the chance it will explode during your run. I mean, I don't really have much say in the matter, Anglu. It's not like I'm just thinking, oh, when am I going to make my big swoop debut? It was more like, oh, I need to get Bastila back, and racing this swoop race is the only way to do that. So, okay, here's Doba. Hey, look at this! Fresh meat on the track! Well, don't get your hopes up, rookie. No first-year rider has ever won the swoop racing season opener. Gadden must be getting desperate if he's grabbing first-timers off the street. When we Volkars win this year, it'll be over for you hidden Becks. Not actually a hidden Beck. Okay, and this is Redros. Another rookie on the track, eh? Give you punks a helmet and a swoop bike and suddenly you all figure you're racers. Again, not really my call. But judging by the looks of you, I'd say I don't have much to worry about. The Becks are really scraping the bottom of the barrel now. Okay. So here's the race announcer to start the race. But then, oh hey look! Here's Bastila. And a Volcar guard. No one's allowed to talk to the prisoner. Brejik's orders. She wouldn't hear you anyway. She's got a neural disruptor collar on to keep her under control. Okay. Nope, can't talk to Bastila. Okay. So she's got something, neural disruptor collar. So I guess something to basically put her in a semi-vegetative state, it sounds like. So, okay, let's talk to the race announcer and see if we can figure out how to race. You're here to race, right? Okay, let's see who your sponsor is. Ah, you're riding for the Hidden Becks, I see. Always liked them. Hope they can show these Volcars a thing or two. But I digress. Okay, you're registered now. Good luck. And try not to get yourself killed. We've only lost one rider today, and we want to keep it that way. Whenever you're ready, you can hit the track. You wanted to lose a rider today? Okay, want to race one of my heats? What's the time to beat? What happened to the rider you lost? Or I need to take it. Yeah, what happened to the rider? Same as usual. He was pushing himself beyond his limits and he hit some debris on the track. The deflectors kept him from crashing, but the force of the impact jarred him from his swoop. Don't worry, they scraped what was left of him off the track already. Just remember to hang on and you should be okay. You can hit the track whenever you're ready. Alright, what's my time to beat? Well, Redros has the best time so far, 38:43. Good, but not the best I've ever seen. I don't know if it will stand up. Okay, let's race one of our heats. Okay, let's get you out on the track. Probably shouldn't be carrying my blaster while I'm doing this. There. How many gears does this thing have? Hey, 2540. I think that should stand pretty well. You did it! You got the top time. Just beat racers who've been doing this for 20 years. This is amazing. Someone who's never ridden a swoop before today comes in here and... Wait a minute. I don't believe this. Look at the board. One of the Volkers just beat your time. Who? Ah, it was Redrus. I should have known. That's okay. The day ain't over yet, and the accelerator's still holding together. You just have to get out there again and show them how it's done. Okay. Hopefully I can do a little better this time. Probably shouldn't have really done quite that well the first time, because now it means I have to do... Back again, I see. So are you ready to hit the track? Not literally, of course. We've already lost one rider that way today. Yes, I want to race one of my heats. Okay, let's get you out on the track. Okay. .97. That was better than my last one, I think. I don't know if it beats... You did it! You did it! In 20 years, I've never seen anyone handle a swoop like that before. No one's gonna beat that time. Nobody! Okay. I guess Gad knew what he was doing when he picked you to ride for us. Now the only thing is to wait for the time to become official and go collect your prize. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the winner of this year's swoop race. Put your hands together and show your appreciation for one of the most daring riders this swoop track has ever seen. Through your skill and courage, you have proven yourself the premier swoop rider on Terrace and brought great glory to the Hidden Beck gang. Now, here to present the champion's prize, Brejik, leader of the Black Volkars.
Hear me! Before I present the so-called champion of the Becks with their prize, there is something you must know. The winning rider cheated.
Oh, did I? You're a liar, Brejik? Or you better not be trying to cheat me, Brejik. Yeah, this sounds like Brejik's trying to back out of his deal. You better not be trying to cheat us.
Your swoop bike was using a prototype accelerator. Clearly an unfair advantage. Because of this hidden Beck treachery, I'm withdrawing the Vulca's share of the victory prize.
You can't do this, Brejik. You know the rules. Nobody's allowed to withdraw a victory prize after the race. It goes against all our most sacred traditions. Yeah, it didn't seem like...
You old fool. Your traditions are nothing to me. I am the wave of the future. If I want to withdraw the prize and sell this woman on the slave market myself, nobody can stop me.
I might have something to say about that, Brejik.
What? Impossible. You were restrained by a neural disruptor. How could you have possibly summoned the will to free yourself?
You underestimate the strength of a Jedi's mind, Brejik. A mistake you won't live to regret.
Vulcus, to me! Kill this woman! Kill the swoop rider! Kill them all!
See, the thing is, it doesn't sound to me like the prototype swoop accelerator was all that big of a secret. At least all the Becks knew about it, and so it seems like there would have been plenty of time to actually lodge a complaint. I think Brejik was just trying to get out of his deal, and now we have to kill him and his guards. Let's go for the guards first because they should go down pretty quick, and then we can take out Brejik. Okay. Don't need you attacking Brejik. Okay, let's take out Redress. Oh, Vassal's gonna take out Redress. Vassal just gonna single-handedly take out the entire swoop gang.
That hurt, I bet.
Don't really seem to be doing much. Am I too close to really be doing... Let me see if I back up a little, mate. Okay, where's my... There we go. I don't know if it's a thing in this game. I know in Neverwinter Nights, which is using a similar system for combat, the attacks got a penalty. Ranged attacks got a penalty if you were too close to your target, because it can be hard trying to do a ranged attack when you're in melee. It just seems like maybe Brejik just has really high armor. He's not really hitting Bastila any more than she's hitting him, so... There we go. Let's go ahead and collect everything from the remains before we talk to Bastila. Oh, Brejik had a double-bladed lightsaber. I'm guessing that was yours. So make sure to give that back when we can. Okay. So let's talk to her.
Well, maybe those bloody Vulkars will think twice next time before trying to keep a Jedi prisoner. And as for you, if you think you can collect me as a prize... Wait, I don't believe this. You're one of the soldiers with the Republic fleet, aren't you? Yes, I'm sure of it. How did you end up racing for these swoop gangs?
Okay, my name's JJ. I'm here to save you, or it's a long story. Or winning the swoop race was the only way I could save you. Or never mind that, I won the swoop race and you're my prize. I own you now. Even if that... I mean, that's a horrible attitude to take regardless. Also incredibly unwise when we've seen that she's a Jedi who like can't really be restrained by probably any methods that we have. So, yeah, winning the swoop race was really the only way we had to try to rescue you, so...
Save me. Is that what you were trying to accomplish by riding in that swoop race? Well, as far as rescues go, this is a pretty poor example. In case you hadn't noticed, I managed to free myself from that neural restraint collar without your help. In fact, it's more accurate to say that I saved you. Brejik and his Vulkars would have left you for dead if I hadn't stepped into that fight. You're lucky I was here to get you out of this mess.
Well, considering I did most of the damage, especially to Brejik, I'm not really sure that that's accurate. I think you've got things confused. You were a helpless prisoner until I came along. That's probably not true. She was probably just not responding to, wait for the right time to act. I didn't need your help with those Vulkars. I can handle myself. Or we don't have time for this. Karth is waiting for us. Okay, in this case, I think we will say we don't have time for this because I don't think Bastila sounds like she's going to back down in an argument, and we don't really need to argue about who saved who. So, or who saved whom? We don't have time for this. Karth is waiting for us.
Karth Onasi is alive. Finally, some good news. Karth is one of the Republic's best soldiers. He's proved himself a hero a dozen times over. And he sent you here to save me. Maybe I misjudged you. Karth wouldn't have sent you if he wasn't confident in your abilities. Forgive me. Despite my Jedi training, I still tend to act a bit rashly sometimes. Please, take me to Karth right away. Between the three of us, I'm sure we can figure out some way to get off this planet before the Sith realize we're here.
Okay, this was... Bastila fighting some ship. On a ship. Fighting this... Oh!
You cannot win, Revan.
This was, when they went after Revan.
Bastila, you're alive! Finally, things are looking up. Now I just need to figure out a way to get off this planet.
You mean you don't have a plan to get off Taurus yet? What have you been doing all this time?
Okay, we were trying to find you, remember? Or don't worry, we'll figure something out. I'm getting a little sick of your attitude, Bastila. No, we were trying to find you. That was kind of our main concern initially.
I see. Now that I'm back in charge of this mission, perhaps we can start doing things properly. Hopefully our escape from Taurus will go more smoothly than when you rescued me from Brejik.
I know you're new at this, Bastila, but a leader doesn't berate her troops just because things aren't going as planned. Don't let your ego get in the way of the real issues here.
That hardly strikes me as an appropriate way of addressing your commander, Karth. I am a member of the Jedi Order, and this is my mission. Don't forget that. My battle meditation ability has helped the Republic many times in this war. and it will serve us well here, I'm sure.
Your talents might win us a few battles, but that doesn't make you a good leader. A good leader would at least listen to the advice of those who have seen more combat than she ever will.
Karth has a point. He is more experienced than the entire rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. So let's see. Both of you settle down. This isn't helping. He's right. You aren't showing much leadership ability right now, Bastila. Or Karth, you can't talk to your commanding officer like that. Now, I think both you guys need to stop arguing. Both you settle down. This isn't helping.
Yes, you're right, of course. I apologize, Karth. This has been a difficult time for me. Of course, I'm happy to listen to your advice. What do you suggest we do?
First off, we can't get hung up on who's in charge. We all need to work together if we want to get off this rock. The answer is out there, we just have to find it.
Well said, Karth. And the sooner we start looking, the better. I've already been a prisoner of the Vulkars, and I don't plan on being captured by the Sith.
Don't worry, I won't let that happen. Or, okay, so what now? Or let's go find a way off this planet. Let's ask if Bastila has any ideas of what we should do now.
I think we'll need some help getting off Terrace. Maybe if we ask around, one of the locals can help us out. We should probably start by asking around in the cantinas. Is something wrong? You seem as if something's troubling you.
Okay. Something weird happened when we first met, like a vision. Or forget it, it's nothing. Well, I mean, it's clearly a story plot point, so let's examine further. Something weird happened when we first met, like a vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
Of you fighting a dark Jedi. Revan, I guess.
That's strange. Such visions are often a sign of Force sensitivity.
Are you saying I can use the Force? Or Force sensitivity? What do you mean? Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's let her explain it. What do you mean?
I'm not sure. It may be that you have some connection to the Force. It would not be unheard of. When we first met, your natural talent may have fed off my own Force abilities. It is possible that in the excitement of the battle's aftermath, the Force allowed you to witness one of my more intense memories.
Oh, so does this mean I could be a Jedi? This isn't the first time I had a vision. It sounds like you don't really know what you're talking about. No, this is exciting. We might be able to be Jedi.
The Force is complicated. Even I, with all my training, cannot fully understand it yet. This is a matter best left to the wise masters of the Jedi Council. Once we escape Terrace, we can seek the guidance of the Council if you wish. They will understand the significance of your vision, if there is any. However, I think it would be best if we all stayed focused on the task at hand right now. We can't afford any distractions. We need to find a way off Terrace.
Okay, well, UIs seem to have been thrown off a little bit because of the, I think that was, the cutscene. So let's see if we change resolution and then change back, maybe that'll force it to rethink how it's doing things and get the UI back on track. There we go. Everything back in its proper place. So let's see, what did we pick up? We got a double-bladed lightsaber, so we'll give that to Bastila. These exotic weapons are rare and most often associated with Jedi attracted to the dark side of the Force, for whom reckless aggression is sometimes considered an asset. The double-bladed lightsaber is capable of inflicting more damage, but is also less precise than the single-bladed variant. Often associated with Jedi attracted to the dark side of the Force. That's a little bit concerning. For whom reckless aggression is sometimes considered an asset. I have noticed a bit of aggression in Bastila, at least in how she talks. So I guess it's fitting, but we might have to keep an eye on her. Let's see. Brejik's gloves, dexterity +1. Brejik's gloves are designed to enhance the hand-eye coordination of the wearer, and these are not arm things, these are hand things, so we can equip those, that'll be nice. Brejik's armband. Damage resistance, resist 5 versus slashing. Bredric's armband, when used in conjunction with his belt, generates an effective barrier against melee attacks. What does his belt do? Resist 5 versus bludgeoning. Okay, Bredric's belt, when used in conjunction with his armband, produces an effective barrier against melee attacks. Alright, so what we can do here is we have the Sith Energy Shield equipped, which we can use 4 times to enable this deflection. On our other arm thing, though, we can equip Bredric's armband, which you'll notice does not list a number of uses. This is just a permanent buff, not like a use it to get the ability. So we'll still have the Sith Energy Shield available for like if we need something temporarily, but we'll also be able to permanently get a little bit less damage from some melee attacks. Or do we want... Actually, what we might do... Actually, no, rethinking that. Let's stick with the energy shield. We will take the dexterity bonus, though. Which you can see is going to bump up our... bumps up our dexterity enough that we'll get another bonus to our defense, and as well as a bonus to our ability to hit. But I think let's actually give Zaalbar Bredric's equipment, so that way he'll take less damage while he's engaged in melee combat with people. That's what we want to do. Okay. And I think what we're going to do is we'll take Zaalbar because he's a pretty good effective tank. We'll also take Bastila because she's also going to be a melee user, and so she'll also be able to tank for us. And I think that she'll be her force abilities might come in handy somehow. We'll take her and see how well she does. Do we have any... Can we upgrade a lightsaber? Okay, we don't have any power crystals. Okay, power crystals, I guess, enhance a lightsaber, and then have a color crystal, which Bastila has a yellow lightsaber. We don't have any power crystals to enhance it, so... Okay. Select someone, add, select someone, add. Okay, we'll take two melee folks. Bastion's only level 3. And... You there, human. You are the rider who won the great swoop race in the lower city, yes? That's right. You must have me confused with someone else. What do you want? That's right. That is not an inaccurate assessment. I have a message from Canderous Ordo. He says to meet him in the cantina. Canderous? Isn't he that Mandalorian who works for Davik? Or why does he want to meet me? Or thanks for the message. I'll go meet him in the cantina. Let's just confirm. He's the one who works for Davik, right? I think we encountered him once outside the cantina in the lower city, and then once when in the Undercity, he was with some guys searching for the crashed escape pods. Yes, that's the one. Given his connections, you can see why it would be wise to attend this meeting. Canderous didn't say why he wanted to meet you. He only said he had an offer you couldn't refuse. Given his connections, you can see why it would be foolish to ignore his request. Yeah, yeah, thanks for the message. I'll go meet him in the cantina. Or, okay, I got the message. You can go now. Or I'll think about it. No, we'll go meet him. Wise choice, human. I would advise you not to wait too long. Mandalorians are known for many things, but patience is not one of them. Oh, okay, we'll get to level Bastila up a little bit.
I'm here.
Okay, wow, she has not as much experience as we do, but has quite a bit, so she'll be able to level up a couple times. Okay, let's see what it's recommended. Wisdom. Wisdom represents willpower and perception. A high wisdom adds points to Jedi force points and force power saving throws. The force powers of a Jedi with high wisdom are also much harder to resist. Okay, so that would be good if she's going to use the force a lot. Charisma represents personality and the ability to lead. A high charisma adds modifiers to force-related feats and powers that are very important to all the Jedi classes. I don't know how much she's going to be using her actual force powers, but charisma is an odd number. If we get an even number, it'll bump up to +1 to another modifier. See, the modifier went from +2 to +3. And so we'll go with charisma, and then maybe once we're more familiar with how Bastila does things, maybe we'll see if she's fighting with her lightsaber more, we'll start bumping up her strength and constitution. If she's using more force powers, then we'll bump up wisdom. So. Okay. Let's see. Awareness. Probably good to have. Powers. Okay. So these are similar to feats, except they're just things that Jedi have. So what does she already have? She has Throw Lightsaber. Requires a lightsaber. Throw Lightsaber allows the character to attack a target at range by throwing a lightsaber, guiding it with the Force. The target must be at least 5 meters away. This attack always hits. Damage is 1 to 6 for every 2 levels of the attacking character. Note, once the lightsaber is thrown, it will automatically return to the Jedi's hand at the end of the round. Okay, a round being a few seconds long and basically determines, I think standardly every character gets 1 attack per round or 1 special ability unless a ability takes longer or significantly shorter than a round. Okay, she also has Force Push. An opponent targeted by this power is pushed back 5 meters, thrown to the ground, stunned for 3 seconds, and suffers damage equal to the attacking character's level. Successful reflex save by the target means the target is not stunned but still suffers damage equal to half the Jedi's level. Give a second, I need to do something real quick. Sorry. Okay. So I had to swap something on my computer real quick. So that was Force Push. This is stun. This power allows the Jedi to assault the mind of an opponent, effectively stunning them for 9 seconds. A successful fortitude save by the target means the target is slowed for the duration instead of stunned. This power does not affect droids. The stuff I'm skipping over when it says talks about a DC. DC is a difficulty class, and it's just saying like this is the target number 5 plus the attacking character's level plus the attacking character's wisdom and charisma modifiers. Like that, we're getting a number that the target has to roll a die higher than that in order to get this lesser effect instead of the stronger effect. So for these, I'm not really too concerned about the exact calculation of these, just so that I'm just skipping over that to just get to the meat of what does a successful save actually do. Okay, this is Affect Mind. Affect Mind enables persuasive use of the Force. Once a Jedi has this power, extra options will appear in conversation as appropriate. Success is not guaranteed for extreme commands or if the target is strong-willed. This power does not affect droids. Only the main player character can select this power during level up. Okay, so Bastila is not the main player character, and we are not a Jedi, so we can't get this. But so I'm guessing that she has this not because she can actually use it, but because this is just for story purposes, saying, okay, Bastila would have this ability, so she has this ability, even though it's not really going to benefit her. Sometimes these kinds of games will do that when they're developing characters, is with their abilities and things. It's not necessarily, hey, here's things that'll help the character out, but it's given this character's backstory, here's the kinds of things they would have if they were the main character. Okay, and then we have Force Aura. Restricted by armor. When this power is activated, the Jedi is temporarily granted a +2 bonus to defense and all saving throws. Lasts for 20 seconds. Okay, so let's see, what can she get? Cure, she doesn't have enough, she's not high enough level for. Burst of Speed allows Jedi to move very swiftly, pressing his or her body to its physical limits. For the duration of this effect, 36 seconds, movement speed is doubled and 2 defense is gained. Okay. Force Valor. This power increases the physical attributes and saving throws of the Jedi and all party members by 2 points. This effect lasts for 20 seconds. Okay, so that will also improve party members. It's not bad. Force Resistance, that she can't get at the moment. Energy Resistance. This power shields the Jedi in the Force, absorbing the first 15 points of damage from sonic, fire, cold, and electrical attacks. Damage over and above the first 15 points is suffered as normal. This attack lasts for 120 seconds. So basically, as a Jedi, she could just have, like, essentially the energy shields that we're wearing on our arms, but she can just have it as a Force power. Stun Droid. This power can send a surge of energy through the processor of a droid, rendering them immobile for 12 seconds. The droid also takes damage equivalent to the attacking character's level. Fortitude save negates the stun and reduces damage by half. A dark side power. I don't like that Bastila can take dark side powers. This is Wound. This power triggers spasms in the victim's lungs, causing great pain, inflicting 2/3 of the attacking character's level as damage every 2 seconds for the duration, 6 seconds. A successful fortitude save results in no effect. This power does not affect droids. Slow, which is dark side. This power clouds the mind, making a target's actions unusually sluggish. Victim suffers a -2 penalty to defense and reflex saves and attack rolls. Defense, reflex saves, and attack rolls. The effect lasts for 30 seconds unless a successful will save at a DC is made. This power does not affect droids. Fear, Dark Side. This power causes fear in a single character, such that they cower in fear of the attacking Jedi for 6 seconds. Okay, successful save negates the effect. Does not affect droids. Okay. Shock, Dark Side power. Unleashes an energy attack on a single target enemy. The victim suffers 1 to 6 points of damage per each of the attacking character's levels to a maximum of 10 levels, 10 to 60 points. A successful will save reduces damage by half. Okay, Drain Life is Dark Side, she can't take it. And Force Suppression, she can't take it yet. So, I don't think I want to give her Dark Side abilities, because I don't want to be giving her any ideas. She's already using a double-bladed lightsaber, which, again, it's just associated with... It has a negative association. That doesn't mean that everybody who uses a double-bladed lightsaber necessarily is Dark Side, but, I mean, it's not a great look, I think. So, let's go ahead and give her Burst of Speed, because it has the ability to increase her movement, and which will be good as a melee character to help her be able to move around between targets, and give her 2 defense while it's active. So we'll go with Burst of Speed. Okay, we're gonna level up a couple times, and this will probably be where we end the stream tonight. Okay. For this one, we'll go with Force Valor, because this is the one that she can buff the entire party, which should be pretty nice. But need to actually add it. Okay, she is going to get a new feat. We've been granted the following feats: Force Immunity, Stun, and Night Sense. I don't know what Night Sense does. Can we look at it? Okay, here we go. Night Sense. Furthering their connection to the Force, the Jedi gains an additional sensitivity to the actions of others in combat. This feat grants +4 defense and is always active. Okay, so it's basically like our Scoundrel ability. Okay, so what can she get? We've already been over these before, so we're not going to necessarily go over all of these. Dueling, Toughness, more Vitality would be good. Advanced Jedi Defense. This feat gives a character a +3 bonus to all blaster bolt deflection rolls. Certain items may apply a bonus or penalty to this ability. This feat replaces the bonus given by Jedi Defense, which allows a character with an equipped lightsaber to deflect blaster bolts at any time. When a character is fired upon, an opposed roll is made against the attack. If the result is greater than the attack roll, the blaster bolt is deflected. If the attack is beaten by 10 or more, the bolt is deflected back at the enemy. Okay, that's looking very nice, because improving bonus there will make it, not only will she have more protection against getting fired at, but she'll also be able to potentially hit the enemy with their own shot. Okay, so she's not going to need heavy weapons or blaster rifles. We could give her weapon focused lightsaber, +1 attack bonus with lightsabers. Not going to need any ranged abilities. Power attack, implant, conditioning wouldn't be bad, but empathy, okay, that's +1 to skills. Critical strike, okay, that's save up for an attack for a chance to crit. Skills, armor proficiency, light. I don't think we want that, because as a Jedi, we saw a lot of her powers said limited by armor or something to that effect. I think there's something, if Jedi are wearing armor, then they don't get all of their bonuses. So she's not going to be wanting to wear armor. We're going to want to protect her in other ways. And 2 weapon fighting. This feat further reduces the attack penalty of a character wielding a double-bladed weapon or two weapons, one in each hand. Attack penalty by an additional 2/2 for a total of -4 main hand, -4 offhand. Use of a balanced weapon in the offhand can further reduce the attack penalty. Okay. So since she uses a double-bladed lightsaber, this would probably be a good one to take. Because normally having two weapons or a double-bladed weapon results in having attack penalties to both. And she already has the first step, two-weapon fighting, which reduces those penalties. Improved two-weapon fighting will make her more likely to hit stuff. So let's go with that for now. Okay. Powers. Oh, we can improve. Some stuff. Oh, she's level 6, so we have some more options. Cure. This power heals all party members within a 15-meter radius. It heals 5 vitality points plus 1 point for every charisma modifier, wisdom modifier, and level of the force user. This power does not affect droids. I think we can stop right there. That's having her be able to just help cure the party. That seems like a huge help. And absolutely, yeah, we want to be able to have some free cures. Okay. So there we go.
Yes?
All right, so this seems like a pretty good place to stop. Both time-wise and because we freed Bastila, we got her leveled up, and we'll be ready to go talk to Canderous Ordo next time. Speaking of which, next time will not be next Friday. I've got some stuff to do next weekend, and will not be available to stream. So I still plan to stream on Monday and the following Monday, but next Friday we won't be having a Star Wars stream. So, but in 2 weeks we should be able to get back to this. And it does seem like, we had one little hiccup, but overall it did seem to be a bit more stable than it has in the past week. So hopefully, maybe I can find a couple more tweaks and we'll get it more stable yet. But that's looking pretty good. And next time we'll go speak to Canderous and see what he has to say. So thank you for joining me, and have a good week. See y'all next time.